Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, good evening. I don't know what time it is here, Singapore, 3 a.m. in the morning. I'm slightly jet lagged, as you can see, and yeah, couldn't kind of sleep anymore, so I got up. I am in our old 10x office, if you can recognize it. There's not much happening here, but this is where we still live. You can still see the kind of Halloween stuff because this is when we kind of moved out. And yeah, I still use this every once in a while in the morning, getting some work done before I do some sports in case I'm really early up. So today I'm not really in business outfit dressed. I'm ready to go for sports as soon as the sun is up. And yeah, we're going to do this in English right now. Let me know where you're coming in from. We're going to do German as well. Don't forget. So just stay in for another 15, 20 minutes. We're going to do this in German. And we're going to talk about a really interesting topic today. And that's the topic of how you can create reality checks in a field, in a sense, if you have a decentralized system. And this is a very interesting question. So let's say, for example, we're gonna have we're on a blockchain, and we say if the sun is shining tomorrow at 12 p.m., then I'm gonna win a bet. And if the sun doesn't shine at 12 p.m. tomorrow, then you win a bet. And this is where an interesting question starts, because how does the blockchain know if the sun is shining tomorrow? And what does this actually mean? How is this actually defined? And this is a question that's really, really relevant when we come to a blockchain environment because it's decentralized. And this can be actually extrapolated to a lot of areas in the blockchain ecosystem. And it's not as easy right now to actually do. A lot of identification comes down because of this problem. A lot of the insurance companies have some problems because of this in the crypto ecosystem or the blockchain ecosystem. And it is part of the reason why cryptocurrencies have received such an easy adoption in blockchain, because everything is digital. So there is no field from the external to the internal. Even if we talk about, let's say, a real estate transaction, if I use a smart contract to make a real estate transaction, how does this smart contract actually know that the transaction happened? So how can this contract release the money? And there's still a lot of solutions to this. And one of the solutions is so-called oracles. And I'm going to talk about, as a general concept, how these oracles work. And obviously, there's a lot of deviations from that and a lot of different options. But if you understand the basic concept, you understand how such reality checks can be easily performed in a decentralized system. And they work this way. In order to check reality and check if something actually happened, so let's say tomorrow the sun will shine at 12 p.m., then after this time, let's say after Friday, 12 p.m., a group, and this is really important, it has to be a completely random group, and this group is not allowed to know who are the other participants of the oracle. Also, these people are not allowed to have a lot of time, but they need to have enough time to either confirm or not confirm if the sun was shining. So imagine, out of a group, let's say there's 1 million people who are participating in a blockchain, and let's say by total random chance, 100 participants get selected to say that the sun shine or not shine. And now here's where the interesting part happens. So you might be thinking, yeah, but I mean, 100 people, they could be completely lying. Why would they be interested in this? Well, it's very important. They get an incentive to be on the correct side, or to be on the side of the majority. So the 100 people, everyone who gets to be on the side that the majority votes for, gets a small incentive. And this incentive comes from the original smart contract. What this will allow everyone to do is, since they don't know who the others are and they can't communicate fast enough, because these oracles have to be set up in a way that communication among the participants is not possible, but rather that they really invest their time to kind of find the right yes or no decision. Everyone is going to make a vote, hopefully based on what's really happened, because that's most likely what's going to be the outcome. So obviously there's a lot of deviations to that, and just a lot of question marks. And I mean, some of these kind of oracles can be kind of cheated and gamed. But the concept is super simple. The concept is, you as a human being are being incentivized if you are part of the majority. Since you don't know what the others vote, and since you can't communicate with them, you most likely going to try to find out what's reality, what really happened, so that you can make a vote based on that. And this fee comes from the smart contract. If you're part of the minority, you're not receiving a fee and you're not receiving a payout. Now, obviously, some problems with that, right? Because everyone might just get together and start cheating the system and kind of vote on purpose on the other side. It's quite unlikely if you have a large number of group, if this group can communicate with each other, and if at the same time there's enough oracles happening, because then there's a lot of confusion in case people would try to arrange to kind of vote the other side. So eventually, in case you would be one of those 100 selected, what you would be doing is you probably go into the weather report, or you would just try to go on Google, or you would try to check, did the sun shine at 12 p.m.? Yes or no? And if it was shining, then you click yes, it did. And if it didn't, you click no. And if you're part of the majority, you get a small incentive. And that's how these blockchain oracles work. They're actually quite interesting, and they're going to be very, very relevant going forward until we can actually integrate a lot of these real world happenings into this blockchain. And until then, we still need some kind of reality checks of what's been happening and what's not happening. So let me know anything that I missed on oracles, anything you feel should be added there, anywhere you have, maybe you have used it already. I mean, for example, Augur is trying a couple of things with that. A good friend of mine in the company, actually in the US, is starting something there. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different areas, and these are really, really interesting, kind of fascinating topics. Let me know in the comments below. Give me a thumbs up. Share this video if you feel that more people should find out about these blockchain oracles and how they work. On our channel here, I generally speak about cryptocurrencies, blockchain, keeping things simple. Remember, I have a company called 10x. We have a completely different YouTube channel there, and we will give you some updates in the next couple of days, actually, on a lot of really exciting things. But here on my personal channel, it's really about crypto in general. I want to make people crypto fit. If you haven't read my book, Cryptocurrencies Explained Simply, then read that book. It's going to help you a lot. Description, comment, the link is in the description below. So with this, I'm gonna switch to the German, same channel, same video in German, and I will be very much looking forward if you were to subscribe, and I'll see you at the next video. Cheers, yours truly, Julian, bye.